Hello, what's up guys, I'm Kyle from KGR, and if you're new here, welcome to Kyle's Game Room. On my channel, I do a lot of videos in front of the camera, but I also do a lot of live streams as well, whether it be chill streams or video game streams. And sometimes I'll try to throw in some other stuff, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, if you're here, you're probably either new to the channel, so welcome, or you're here for the room tour. Now, I haven't done a room tour since I've hit 5,000 subscribers, and not too much has changed, to be quite honest. Mainly, more figures on more shelves has happened. I've gotten more games, sort of, and maybe some more posters or something. Not a lot changed. So for those who are veterans of the channel, don't expect a whole huge difference. And honestly, I don't see myself doing another room tour until I get my own place. Because it's essentially going to be the same thing, where just adding more figures, and that's essentially it. Over the years, I've done I don't know how many different room tours, and you do see the progression like throughout my room. But eventually it just gets to a point where it's just minimalistic. It's like the law of diminishing returns or something like that. I put this off for I don't know how long, and my viewers have been waiting for quite a few months, so I'm sorry that it took so long to make this video. So yay, I'm finally making it! So without wasting too much time, let's get into the room tour. So like usual, we're going to start at the door. Now, normally on top of the door, I used to have a keyblade, but unfortunately my friends, since they used to open the door the wrong way, it ended up breaking, so now it's not up there anymore, because I am ashamed. So we're going to move down a little bit. Now we have my Sonic bag right here. I actually take this to work with me quite a lot. And then over here we have my Sonic Messenger bag that I used to carry around when I was in my senior year of high school. Now above that, we have my Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts seatbelt belts that I used to wear all the time, but not anymore. So I'm debating on giving this to my boy Ed the Wiz, but I'm probably not going to do it. I don't know, we'll see. So then down here we have my Breath of the Wild poster, which I love so much. It looks so good, but unfortunately, it's not in a frame, so I pray to God that nothing happens to it. So then we move on slightly to the right. We have my keys where I hang them, and I mainly love the fact that I have this Aku right here. It looks so good. Oh my God. But then we move on to the right, then we have my Smash Brothers posters from Club Nintendo. I have two of them over here, but I do have a third one over my bed. So we're going to focus on this one first. This one I love so much, mainly because of the fact that Link looks good, Pit looks good, but the reason why I love this one the most is because of the way it's drawn out. I love the watercolors. This DSLR does not do it justice. You gotta see it in person. It looks absolutely beautiful. And then we move down a little bit more, and then we go on to my other poster, where we have Rosalina, Mario, Fox looking up her dress, and we have Wii Fit Trainer, all in the Mario Galaxy level, so that looks great. But then we move on from there, and then we used to have a GTA 5 banner, but now we have a Crash Bandicoot one, and I love it so much more. It looks so fantastic. I'm so happy to have it. And then down from there we have remotes. Now we have my remote for my HDMI switch box, which by the way, if you have an Elgato capture card or any type of HDMI capture card, use an HDMI switch box if you have multiple consoles, because it makes your job so much easier. It's just so much easier to deal with. Then we have my Comcast box, and then we have my TV remote. I call this a box. I meant to say my Comcast box remote. Whatever, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Then we move on from there. We have this giant Cartman that I got from my buddy Brandon. He bought it for me. A lot of things Brandon bought for me, so I will let you know what they are. So shout out to my boy Brandon. I love you, man. But anyway, here we have this tote right here. I have normally stuff on top of it, but I try to actually hide it during my videos. I move it to the side and then put Cartman right there so it doesn't look all that bad as a backdrop. So anyway, let's move on from there. Back here we have like a dual disc, a couple of dual discs actually, and then like childhood stuff like the back of my DX Racer and other stuff like that. So we're not going to worry about that all that much because it's embarrassing. So here I have this chain right here. Now I have two chains full of stuffed animals, and I love them to death. So we're going to move on. Here we're going to have, from the bottom, I want to consider this one maybe my cartoon one, because it's mostly cartoon characters, but there's still game characters like the Sonic right here, and then some miscellaneous people like the Polar Bear, Coke person. I'm going to bring a light over here so I can actually light this up a little bit better. So anyway, now that we have this bad boy right here, we have my Mordecai and Rigby, then we have Lamb Chop, and then we have Billy. Now my boy Billy. Then behind Billy I have my boy Gumby. Love me some Gumby. And then we have some Rugrats plushes, and then we have some Pokemon plushes, which I count this as the cartoons because, one, I didn't have any more space on my other chain, but I loved Pokemon more as a cartoon and card game more than a video game. So that's why they're there. Moving on from that, here on top of this, we actually have my Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now, I love my Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards so much ever since I was a kid, but unfortunately I'm not into collecting them all that much anymore. But above them, I have a loud, obnoxious Koopa plush that makes noises, and it's cool, but unfortunately it's very sensitive. Another that I have a Sonic ring that makes noises as well, and here in that black Yu-Gi-Oh box right there is actually the Millennium items, and I have tins and stuff and boxes full of cards, and here these little boxes right here, that's my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and there's my Pokemon card decks that I made a while ago. And then moving on from that, we got my Monopolies. We got a GameStop version of the Nintendo Monopoly, the 90s cartoon version of Pokemon Monopoly, and then a Sonic Monopoly. They make so many Monopolies now, it's so ridiculous. So anyway, now we have my hats up here. The ones I'd like to show off are my Crash Bandicoot and my Sonic hats, and then my Mario hat from Club Nintendo. And beside them is my Nintendo Power, well, it's mostly Nintendo Power magazines. On the bottom, it's a couple I Spies, but then it's mostly like early Nintendo Power, like some of them actually being from the first year. I got rid of one of them to my friend because he wanted it really bad because it was Ninja Gaiden. And then there's some guides up there as well. There's a book, like an art book of Naughty Dog and like Sonic comics. But other than that, like it's not a lot. It's nothing dirty, I promise. But moving on from that, right here, this is mostly like minifigures and boxes, whether it be my collector's edition of games or my handhelds. Now, to the right, not to the right, to the left, I'm fucking stupid. To the left, here we have my Guitar Hero on Tour box, my Pokemon Heart Gold box, and then my Elgato HD 60 box. And right here is a first four figures version of the Mario statue. Now, the reason why you could tell it's the first four figures version, and God, if you want to focus, thank you, is here the star on the base is the thing that indicates it. All the other ones that are made by Popco, they don't have that star on the base. But anyway, he holds my DS Lite. So we have my DS Lite, my Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, early version, DSi, not XL, just a DSi, 3DS, 3DS XL, and then DSi XL. Now, all of these were like mine personally, like since like childhood or whatever, except for the DSi XL. My friend Brandon gave me that as well. So again, thank you so much, man. And we have my Mario Maker figure up there. It looks fantastic. And then my bunch of minifigures. Now these Zelda figures right here, again, Brandon hooked me up with those. And I got like all the Mario Kart toys from McDonald's and some Pokemon Rumble figures. Like, I'm really proud of this shelf because I have like Mario, I have Crash, I have Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and then scrolling down from there, here between my wall and my little shelf situation, I have a Stewie plush, a Build-A-Bear from back in the day, and a Shadow plush that hides in the shadows. But anyway, moving on from that, we have an art piece that someone drew. I don't know who drew in particular, but my friend Eric hooked me up. And then it's my childhood PS1 right there. I love it so much, but it doesn't work. And then my brother hooked me up with these little arcade things. And then my friend Ashley hooked me up with those little Pikachus. And then we got my TV, which, yay, my TV. And then we have a little gazer thing, again, that was from McDonald's, my sensor bar. And here, down here, I have my cable box for Comcast, my new 3DS XL. I didn't get the new 2DS because it doesn't have a charging cradle. That's honestly one of the main things that make me not want to buy it. But it looks sexy, but oh well, I'll pass on it for now. So we got the Switch, we have the Wii U gamepad, then we have my Wii remotes, and then we have my YouTube subscribe button pillow that my brother hooked me up with. Then I got the NES and SNES Classic Editions, which, by the way, I actually just hacked the Super Nintendo right before I started recording, and now I have my childhood games on there. So then we have my GameCube adapter for the Wii U, my Elgato HD 60, and then from there we have my GameCube, my Wii U, my PS2, PS3, and PS4 Pro. Now the PS4 Pro, I do have a regular PS4 out in the living room as well. They're both mine, but I stick with the PS4 Pro in here, so whenever I do my streamings, it has the best quality possible. Now here we have my Zelda Wind Waker poster from Club Nintendo. I love it. I'm not a huge Zelda guy, but it still looks great on my desk and on my walls or whatever. So here we also have a gaming laptop. laptop. This is the Lenovo Y700. Here it has an Intel Core i7 6700 HQ. I believe the base clock ends up being like 2.3 or 2.4 gigahertz since the laptop, but it does have a boost clock to 3.1, which eventually I do want to upgrade to a desktop, but as of now, this will do me just fine. Graphics wise, it has an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960M with 4 gigs of VRAM and then 12 gigs of regular RAM, and it has a it had a terabyte SSD in there that I upgraded up to, and I love it. It's so much better than the mechanical hard drive. So guys, upgrade to an SSD if you can, if you have a laptop or any type of computer. But if you have a laptop, just upgrade to at least a 500 gig SSD. It makes a world of a difference. And on top of my laptop, I have the Logitech Brio. Now, this webcam isn't all that great. It used to be amazing, but unfortunately, thanks to updates both on Logitech and Windows side, it made this thing much worse from what it used to be, so that kind of sucks. So then we have my Blue Yeti. This is what I use to record my audio. At least it used to be what I used to use in my videos, but it's what I use for my streams now. And I have a shock mount. If you're gonna have it on a scissor arm like this, you're gonna want a shock mount, but this scissor arm in particular, it's a Rode PSI. I can't remember what it is, but it's pretty much the Rode scissor arm. If you're going to have a Blue Yeti and you plan on moving your mic quite a bit sometimes to like set it up and stuff, you're going to want to go with the Rode one, mainly because of the fact that this mic is so heavy and the cheap ones that you get for like 20 bucks cannot handle the weight like this one can. And then I also have my Astro 840s, and then the mix amp is down here. And then we have my Skylanders, because I like Crash Bandicoot. These are only Skylanders I have. A Naruto little figure that's way too top heavy. Mario amiibo. And then we have some figures or Hot Wheels in the box. Like Brandon hooked me up with that back when it was still very common. And now it's actually worth quite a bit. He got it for like dirt cheap. And then we have like a Crash Bandicoot Johnny Lightning. We have some Mario Hot Wheels or Sonic Hot Wheels down there apparently. And then we have this little centerfold of a comic. And then we have these Mario Hot Wheels, which I love so much. They look fantastic. And then moving back here, this is my pride and joy. Oh, and my cat is here. Hello, cat. Hello. No. I love my freaking cat. But anyway, moving on. Here we have my Japanese shelf. Well, it's mostly my Japanese shelf. There's a couple of other figures on here that are not from like Nendoroid, SH Figuarts, or whatever. So scrolling from the left to the right, we have my Play Arts / Play Arts Kai and my Bring Arts Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy figures. And then we move on, and then we have my SH Figuarts Mario set. It's the complete set, and I'm so happy with that. Then we have my Sonic Nendoroid, the figure that got me into collecting as a whole when it comes to these Japanese figures. They have the Nintendo Figma / not SH Figuarts, the Figma Nendoroids. So I love my pit. The pit is so freaking great. Then we have the D Arts from Mega Man. Now these are okay figures. I do like them, but the Nell figures from the 4-inch Nells look so much better. And the True Force Mega Man X is beautiful. Then we have my Nendoroid Mario and Mario and Luigi. I almost wanted to say Mario and Sonic, but yeah, my Mario and Luigi from Nendoroid. They look fantastic, but unfortunately, since they're in the back of the shelf, they don't get a lot of love and attention. But I do love them, I really do. Then we have the complete Figma Sword Art Online collection as of this recording. They're probably going to make more, I don't know. But as of right now, they haven't announced anything. I don't have the Nendoroids, I'm just going to stick with the Figmas. So anyway, moving on from there, we have the complete, again, as of now, Naruto Shippuden SH Figuarts collection. Madara is on his way out, and then we still have Jiraiya and Boruto up for pre-order, so I'm going to review those when I can, but I still have the crappy Naruto back there. I have Sasuke up front and another Sasuke. Yeah, I have every character that they released so far, and I'm super happy. And another thing that I'm really happy with is the SH Figuarts Ash and the Figma Yugi. They look so great together, so if you don't have these and you love these characters, get them while you can, because I'm not sure if Yugi went up in price yet. But Dark Magician Girl, on the other hand, I have a feeling she might go up in value. That's why I got her. Then we have the Resaurus Sonic, which I've wanted since childhood, and I'm happy that I got it later than sooner, because it would be destroyed if I had it since childhood. And the price I paid for it actually wasn't bad. I only paid like slightly over $20 for it. I got it for stupidly cheap. Then I got another Play Arts Cloud figure from Advent Children. He's eventually going to move over to the other side, And this Sonic's probably going to go on my Sonic shelf so I can have more room for my Naruto figures. So then we have the World of Nintendo Link, like both regular and Dark Link. I don't have the Red Tunic Link because I don't really care for it all that much, because I'm not really much of a collector when it comes to the World of Nintendo line, because I'd rather actually pay the extra penny and get a much better Japanese figure. And now my cat is on my desk. Hello, Batty McBad. And moving on from all this, we have my Blockbuster sign, we have my Year Luigi poster from Club Nintendo. I used to love showing off my shelf and my Blockbuster sign in my old videos, but because of my my lens on my camera, I can't really show that off anymore. So if I get a much bigger lens, I should be able to, but as of now, I can't really do that. So we gotta move on. Scrolling more to the right, we have my chain full of video game characters. Now down here, we have a Togepi plush. Shout out to my ex Bree. Again, it's not on bad terms or anything. Her and I are still good friends. It's okay. And our videos are still up, so if you want to check those out, please watch them. It's a fun time. So then we have a Raikou plush. I love Raikou to death. If you want to know why I love him to death, check out some of my Pokemon videos where I talk about like some of my favorite Pokemon of all time and stuff. And from the bottom, we have some Crash Bandicoot plushes. There used to be a Spyro plush somewhere, but unfortunately it may have fallen down behind the bed. So then we have a couple of Pikmin plushes, then we have some Mario plushes, and then we move up to Sonic, and then Sackboys with a Target hat. And then scrolling to the right, we have some bigger figures. This is like big ones that don't really have too much articulation, except for the Sonics. The Sonics ones have really good articulation. Then we have a Crash Bandicoot bobblehead, which, oh my god, I freaking love it so much. And then the Crash right there, I'm probably going to move that whenever I get my first 4 figures Crash statue. And eventually I got to try to make room for the Breath of the Wild first 4 figure statue, if I ever get that. Then scroll down from that, we have the gold and silver Mario amiibos from when they first came out. The silver Mario never got a re-release, so that kind of sucks, but it's whatever. But I'm happy with it nevertheless. The gold Mario, holy crap, that was a struggle to get. But oh my god, I'm so happy I got it. Then we have the little question mark block that I got from that statue right there, if it wants to focus. Thank you. Anyway, then we have a piggy bank on top of that, but I don't use it as a piggy bank because I don't want to crush the box too much. And then we have my final Smash Brothers poster right here. And then scrolling down from that, this is my bed. Now that pillow is not mine, it actually belongs to my, as of this recording, future girlfriend. I didn't ask her out yet, but I'm going to. But normally I have either a Mario or Sonic pillowcase over my current pillow, but she slept over and left it here, so I might as well throw it in the video. Then I have a Mario, I have a couple of Crash Bandicoots, Pichu, the spiky-eared Pichu in particular, because it's my favorite. Then we got Pikachu, Sonic, a Mega Yarn Yoshi amiibo, and then we have some Naruto plushes that my friend Bella gave me, so shout out to her, thank you girl. Then we have a Sonic blanket, but the Mario and Sonic bed sheets, I swear to god, were gifts. However, since I had them, I had to buy Mario curtains to go with it. And you can see right here, there's something hanging. This is actually a black paper blind. Now this is mainly a tip for the summer. If you want to cool down your room by 5 degrees and you don't have an AC in your room for some reason, get something like this and block it down. It is going to block out a lot of light out of your room, which kind of sucks, so that's why you get a lamp. But it cools down your room by 5 degrees, especially if it's black, because then it absorbs all the heat. And it's just so nice, especially when I'm doing my live streams and I need to have my green screen up. I put this down so there's not a big bright light in the center of my green screen so it doesn't look awful. So let's go up to the top. I mentioned earlier I had these, and I have a couple of guitars. My first guitar, my acoustic, which I play the most, and then my SG, which is my sexiest guitar, and a couple of Happy Meal boxes because they look scary. At least the one does. The other one looks, you know, more inviting. So, yay, clogged arteries. So up here, this is actually my bootleg Sonic Nendoroid. Now, I got this Nendoroid, and it ended up being a bootleg, but I kind of expected it to be a bootleg because it came from China. It was only like 25 bucks. But here, when I got it, there was no information about a bootleg, so when I got it, I made a video about it, so I'm happy I helped out some other people. So then we have a laser cell, we have another thing, I forget where that came from, but I got these from work, but I don't know their original origins of that one. But the GTA 4 thing, that was from Blockbuster. And then I already went over that statue, and then we have some other figures. Like, they're not, like, at retail they weren't very expensive, so they just sit up here. But the most valuable one up here would probably be Crash Bandicoot right there because he's my boy. Then behind them we have some 1969 Pontiac GTO Judges. Now they're my favorite car of all time, so I'm happy to have them. And then we have some McDonald's boxes because they look fucking scary. And then again, my guitars, and I love them to death. Anyway, back to this. We have my Naruto poster, which it's okay. I mean, it looks great, but like I don't like the game all that much. But then anyway, right here we have my PlayStation collection of games, and we have this little Nintendo sign that Chelsea got. So shout out to you, Chelsea. And then we have these little books of games. The black one is just all my Crash Bandicoot games, honestly. But PlayStation games, the only one I'm missing in this collection right now is my Final Fantasy 15 because my neighbor's borrowing that. But if you want me to do a video on like all my games, I'll be more than happy to let you guys know. I might do a video on that. I don't know. We'll see. But then over here, it's a mixture between PlayStation and CDs. Now, some of these are demo discs. Some of these are games I had since childhood. And then it moves on to CDs, most of them being video game related. So, yay. And then scrolling down from there, this is my Nintendo game shelf. Now, it's mostly GameCube and Wii U. I used to have a bigger Wii collection, but unfortunately, I had to sell most of my Wii collection so I can get my Wii U. So I'm trying to rebuild the collection. As of right now, the games aren't too expensive, so I want to get them while I can. And then we have 2 Switch games. Got Mario Maker, a coin, because of Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition, and shout out to Brave for giving me the Ocarina of Time. Then we have some amiibos in the box, and they look pretty freaking great. And then we have one shelf just dedicated to amiibos. I have the complete Mario line. I have another set of Gold and Silver Mario right there, and that Breath of the Wild thing, that's again from the collection edition of Breath of the Wild, and it looks great. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm really happy with my amiibo collection as of right now. I'm so close to completing the Zelda line. I'm only missing like 4 amiibos out of that, so one day I might get those. But if you may have saw, I have the Smash diorama set, which I don't even use, but god, it looks great. But then we move up, and then we have some posters up here. We have Sonic from Club Nintendo, not Club Nintendo, Nintendo Power. Then we have a Club Nintendo Mario poster. Then we got not Zelda, a Yu-Gi-Oh poster that I got at the flea market. Then a Zelda poster that a GameStop employee gave me. And a Pokemon Bio Revolution poster that I got from Diamond and Pearl, like inside. Then we have the banners I mentioned earlier, and then we have this Crash little poster thing from GameStop, which shout out to Eric and Ashley for hooking me up with that. Then we scroll back to the left. Oh yeah, that thing. Shout out to Eric for giving me that. Anyway, moving on, we have my Smash Brothers Amiibo collection. This is the complete set, and when I completed this set, I was so ecstatic. Like, I paid no more than $25 for a single amiibo. Like, most of them I got for retail price, so I was so happy to complete this collection. I have a Smash Brothers belt as well. I'm not that good at Smash, but hey, I'm happy to have that. But because it was like it wasn't a pre-order bonus. It was like at launch they had a bunch of them there at GameStop. But anyway, this is my I don't want to say complete. It's every character from Jazzwares in the Sonic line. But unfortunately, I don't have every like variant of every character. I have every character, but not every variant. Like, I don't have the ones with accessories or anything. However, if you see back there, I have like a Sonic and the Black Knight Sonic, and other stuff like a blue and purple like characters. But yeah, I have every character that Jazzwares has released, so I'm really proud to have that collection. But I can live without the rest of them. I'll be fine. Like, the only one I really wish I had was the Knuckles with the Master Emerald, since I have the Chaos Emeralds right there. But the Master Emerald's not even all that impressive of a size anyway, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, then we have my Sonic Boom figures and the Sonic Riders ones. I'm so happy to have those. But the Sonic Boom ones, I'm mostly happy to have. The only figure that I'm missing, well, 2 figures that I'm missing that I really wish I had were the Sonic Boom Shadow and Metal Sonic. But honestly, I can live without them. I'll be fine. Then we have the vehicles, at least most of them. I'm only missing Knuckles, I believe. But anyway, the Jazzwares vehicles, they look pretty sick. And then we have the Resource Sonic line, and they look pretty great. I got these for like stupid cheap. I got them for like all $60 as a set. Then we have a pixel art that Eric got me, so thank you, man. Then scrolling down, we have pretty much just a bunch of knickknacks, like a comb and pins I won't even use, deodorant, other stuff like that. But here, down here, things I'm really proud to have is this Lex Lang, again, thanks to Eric. It's an autograph from him. He's a current voice actor for Cortex. I believe he was there since Twinsanity. I can't remember. But here then we have this Crash puzzle. I honestly don't know like how it originally came out. Like I got it from eBay for like a stupidly cheap price, but this guy had a bunch of them, and I asked him like where did these things come from, and he doesn't really know either. They look really great. And then we have this blue little bin right here. Here the top drawer is mainly full of controllers, and then the middle drawer is like equipment or cases or batteries or whatever, chargers. And then down here is just miscellaneous shit like my collapsible like photo box thing, and then my green screen, and then a bunch of other shit that doesn't really need to be in there. And then we have my boxes for my Japanese figures, so they still have all the accessories and stuff in them, so if I ever need accessories, if I want to do a little photo shoot, they're all in there. And plus, what I love the most is the fact that it covers up the wall, because I hate seeing my walls with a passion. And then we move up from there. Yeah, we get some posters. They look fantastic. I love Pikmin. But anyway, we get to my DVD collection, and I have a little bit of manga in here as well, because I don't really read manga all that much. But over here I have like Kingdom Hearts manga. 2 of them I got from Eric, so thank you, man. But then we have these Beavis and Butthead, Flash, Final Fantasy, Advent Children, like 3 times, Pokemon. If you guys don't know, I'm on this DVD set. Click the card in the corner. There's a video of me explaining like how I got on there and stuff. But anyway, Sonic, Spy Kids. I love Spy Kids. Mario. Then we have Ninja Turtles, Toy Story, Yu-Gi-Oh! Then up here is all my DS games. If you want, I'll do a video of me talking about all of them and stuff and how I got them, I guess. I don't know. So I'll do a collection video. That's some Game Boy games. Unfortunately, it's not all my Game Boy games because some of them I lost in childhood, but whatever. But anyway, I already went over all these posters and stuff. And then it goes back to the door. So I'll do one panoramic shot, I guess. But this is my room. Like, it's not a big room, it's a very tiny room, honestly, but I compressed everything in here really well, I guess, because some people are actually very impressed by it, including girls. So guys, if you want to be a nerd and you still want to get with girls, it's possible. Like, I had girls over and they don't mind Mario and Sonic bed sheets apparently, so yay. Anyway, that's my room. It's a lot smaller than it looks online, but trust me, that's my room. I love it. I really do. But like, from this point forward, I'm just going to expand by like just adding more figures to shelves. I'm not going to be doing too much crazy things anymore. So my next room tour is going to be probably a place whenever I move out. So there you go. So I was editing the video and there's a few things I forgot to mention. One, the fact that I have a DX racer. I originally had like an IKEA chair, and then I went to a cheapo like DX Racer clone, but then the DX Racer clone broke because my ex-girlfriend accidentally tried to recline on it but didn't press the little thing. Plus it was a cheapo chair anyway, so it was easy to fall apart anyway. So I upgraded to this and I love it. I know it's a Formula series. I forget exactly which one I got, but it's like $300 or so yay. But the one major thing I forgot to mention was the fact that I have all these posters all over my ceiling. So up here we have my infamous Second Son poster from when I pre-ordered the game. I have a Naruto Storm 3 poster I got from work. Then I got a Mario 3D Land poster. Then I have Beavis and Butthead. Then I have a Naruto poster. I think I got that from a magazine. Then I have a Wreck-It Ralph poster that I got from a movie theater. Pokemon that I got from when Pokemon and Smash Wii U came out. Get Mario 3D Land, so it doesn't matter. And then we got Mario poster from Club Nintendo. Sonic Lost World poster, a giant AR card from Club Nintendo, another poster from Club Nintendo, Breath of the Wild poster that I paid $5 for, which honestly I kind of wish I didn't pay that much for, and then a Sonic poster. So now that's the room. So yeah, and there's supposed to be a light right there, honestly, but here a while ago it stopped working, and we're thinking about fixing it. We've almost wanted to, like, I don't know, 10 months ago. We're almost a year ago. It's been almost a year. And we still haven't fixed it. But it would help with my lighting so much. But oh well. I guess I just gotta stick with not having the light and just having that giant thing just come out of my freaking ceiling. But that is my room. And that's essentially the room tour. I know there's a lot of stuff, and some of you are probably thinking, oh man, that's so impressive, yada yada yada, but it did take time for me to get it to be like this. Again, watch my early room tours, you'll see where I started from. And originally this room used to be twice as big, but my brother wanted to put up a wall so he could have his own room. But anyway, I started from, I don't want to say little to nothing, but compared to this, it was very barren. And now, eventually, it does get to this. So for those who dream of having a room like this, do note it's going to take some time, it's going to take some money, but eventually you can get something like this. And essentially, I'm going to start all over whenever I get my own place, because even though I have all this stuff in my room now, I crammed everything as much as I can and made it as well organized as I can make it look. But when I get a bigger place, it's going to look barren because I have to spread everything out. So my journey will start all over again. So let me know in the comments, what do you think is the coolest part of my whole room? And trust me, it's a lot smaller than what it looks on the internet. Whenever I have people watch my YouTube and then finally come in for the first time, that's the first thing they say. Again, I'm sorry for putting this off for so long, but thank you guys for 7,000 subscribers. I don't even know what we're at now. We're probably at least 7,300 right now. And I know my channel is essentially dying, but still the fact that I'm still doing YouTube is still a fun time. So I'm going to try to keep going, but I have real life to deal with, so I can only put out so much as I can. My dream is to eventually do YouTube for a living, but as of right now, that dream is not coming true anytime soon. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching all the way to the end, then holy crap, you are freaking dedicated. I love you guys so much, and I guess I'll see you all in the next one.